Yes, sir. What's going on? Welcome back to the BlkPrint. I am J5 here with Josh Pease. What's up, Josh?
In the building, man. My skin is looking clear lately, man. Like it
Clear
always
skin
looks
P.
clear, man.
Clear
But
skin P.
I've really been proud of my skincare routine for the last 3 years. So I'm just admiring myself on my camera right now. Yeah, you know what it is, bro. It's not even a boss level discount. It's not even just a expensive routine. It's just drink a lot of water, man.
Yeah.
And I drink the
One.
finest of waters, man. You know, I've
One.
I've raved about Erewhon water before, and I have a case of that in my fridge. But I've been on this Alive water, and this
Alive
isn't even
one.
an ad, but it should be an ad. They should give me a promo code to put under this. But
Let's call them. Let's hit them up.
yeah, we should actually Alive water. Holla, holla at
What
us.
happened to the liquid death bag? I thought there was a liquid death bag coming.
Never in my life, bro. Concerts only.
Yeah, I was on Liquid Death for like a month, and then I was like, this is water is really expensive. And I was like, there's better
like
water.
crushing cans of water against my head. I just don't. Not my swag.
Liquid Death is Morgan Whalen water. That's what it is. Of course, we want to thank everybody for listening to our episode of Throwblacks that came out a couple of days ago. It was on Future's Honest record from 2014. A lot of people. What I love about doing these shows is that we always kind of show people and introduce people to things they didn't know about their favorite artists or about their artists that they don't really listen to, and talking about Future is something that we all love to do, and just getting our breakdown on Honest. How'd you guys feel about the show?
No, it was good, man. Honestly, talking through it, that's one of those albums in Future's catalog that people kind of forget about.
Yeah.
And it's probably one of the most important albums of his catalog. So I'm glad we got to honor it in the right way and just, kind of look back on it and see, how Future's not that much different from the Honest days.
Yeah. Yeah. And how much it like kind of informed the story of Future as we know it today and all of the stuff that he does today. Cause that's really what it is. The storytelling behind his career is like so poetic at times because, we talked about the rise and then there's the fall, and then there's what comes next. And I still really want to tackle the triple threat mixtape one of these days. Maybe sometime in the near future, we'll tackle Monster, 56 Nights, and Beast Mode, or if you want to do it in order, Monster, Beast Mode, and 56 Nights. Really, really seminal albums that kind of informed what happened after. It informed what happens after that, and he just kind of he cracked it all the way open for everybody.
Yeah, to your point, there is no Monster without Honest. Like, yeah. I think at a certain point, you take a look at the pop labels that were all given him and all the stress, obviously, that came with the pop relationship. And he was just like, man, let me just rip all this shit off my chest and get back to what's really me. And locked in with, obviously producers, Metro Boomin, all of the other producers that were on Monster that made it what it is as of right now. Still using them 10 years later. But you don't get it unless you see the reception that came with Honest.
Yeah. It's still kind of shocking to me. It's still shocking to me because it's like there's so many people that think that he's never really kind of like ever had a bad reception. I remember High Off Life came out or High on Life came out and everyone had a bad reception of that, right? But I was like, it's not even 2 times as bad as what it was with Honest. Like Honest was critically acclaimed, but as far as the audience score, it was extremely low. Like people really did not like the album as far as his fans went.
I'm trying to think what would be the worst response. I'm trying to think what would be like the worst response online that I've seen in Future. I remember like when Bitches and Bottles is out on Khaled, people were like, okay, this is getting like run of the mill. That might have been like around the time that I could probably say was like the most critical of Future, I'd say.
But where we was at that time, there were so many one-hit wonders. You know what I'm saying? There were so many people that could have that label of one-hit wonder. Like we talked about YC on the show. A lot of people want to say like Ace Hood was kind of in that same kind of predicament. And I was like, yeah, but I mean, Ace had multiple hits. You know what I'm saying? Like people really wanted to, and we touched on it a little bit on the show, but it's like people really wanted to make Future a one-hit wonder. They really wanted him to be a what's the pen designer. They wanted him to be that for so long. And I know we talked about this a little bit, but that shit always pissed me off. The reception that like New York loved Future. And he came out to perform out there and they loved him and then they hated him again. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's just so interesting how they really wanted him to kind of stop succeeding at a certain point.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. It's really ridiculous, but I think that's just the fickleness of New York media. Designer they really want to champion that guy. They're putting him over. Man, y'all, it's sad out there, man. Y'all,
They're like, don't be mad Panda's number one. Don't be mad that he got it before March Madness did. I was like, okay, this isn't gonna work like how you think it is.
funny how that works.
But I was thinking about the next throwbacks. I know we gotta do like kind of a long talk today about something, but I'm like we talked about Pop. I'm like, where do we do MJ? I feel like an MJ one would be kind of, it'd be a lot of history to talk about there. I'm not even gonna go into his history. We're just gonna go straight to the album.
Yeah, no, I mean, talking about MJ history, we'll be here for days.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. Should we do a Michael Jackson? I'm trying to think of what album. Dangerous is a good pick.
Dangerous.
What was the album that had butterflies on it?
Invincible with Biggie.
Invincible. You want to do Invincible?
That's the type of album we need to do. But Dangerous would be a good one. I don't know. They're all good. Bad, off the wall. We can kind of go pick it's a pick a litter at this point.
Hey,
Dangerous still has classics on it. Dangerous still has a lot of controversy to talk about. Yeah, you got Black and White on it. You got Jam on it. You got Heal the World on it. Will You Be There's on it. There's multiple classics you can talk about on Invincible.
It's a long album though. It's like an hour 20 some shit. I think that album long as shit. But let us, like, if you guys got any ideas, let us know. I feel like there's still certain albums that we still gotta touch on before we
what about Christina Aguilera Dirty?
Would you listen to Christina Aguilera Dirty? Would you listen to it?
Random pop albums.
Like, I don't mind. Would you listen to it though?
I would.
I don't think so. You were burying Marshall Mathers LP. I don't know what makes you go for Stripped.
Have we done Eminem yet?
No, because Josh said he's not gonna listen to it.
Oh yeah, he did.
We can do Eminem. He got the new album coming out soon.
Which one though?
Whatever one, man.
Eminem show seems like a no-brainer.
Slim Shady LP just turned 25.
I'm not listening to that again. I'm not listening to that again. I'll do Marshall Mathers. I'll do Relapse. No, I won't do Relapse. I'll do Rehab.
I was saying, we do a Relapse?
Wait, no, Relapse is the one where he came back after like a long time. It had 3 a.m. on it, right?
Yeah, that's 09.
I like Relapse. I'll do that one.
What?
I'll do that one. That was good. Whatever. You guys are haters. Like,
I'm gonna be stressing through Relapse.
Prime hate. But listen, let us know if you got any ideas. We'll figure it out in the next couple of weeks. What we're gonna do next for Throwblacks. I'm kind of getting myself together, as y'all can see, in my new space here. Slowly but surely getting myself together. I've been working in my office all weekend. It's been like a multiple day thing, and just to get it straight, get it right. So I've just been doing house stuff and staying out the way. What have y'all been getting into?
Home improvement. I like that. Man, what have I been getting into? I've been working out. Crazy.
Again?
I'm back in that mode.
Again?
I'm back in that mode, baby.
Bulking up?
Not even bulking up. Just I've never been a big bulk up guy. Like, I got a pretty good frame on me. So it's just about toning up. I just joined a new gym recently. Well, I've been like, it's funny, I've been doing like these like trials at different gyms in my area. It's funny too, because I've been like, I literally been trying out gyms, going to them at different times, seeing who's in there, seeing what the vibe is.
Yeah, we had talked about going to a gym together, and you was tapping in with certain gyms, but then I didn't know what was gonna come of it. I thought all three of us were gonna go to the gym together.
I'll tell you, the gym I'm at is local to all of us for the most part.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a few gyms are just like an interesting place because there's different type of gym characters. Like the current gym I'm about to join, good group of characters. You know, there's like the guy, I go early, like I'm there at 6 a.m. and it's already
morning guy.
Yeah, morning guy for sure. But it's already like, I wouldn't say it's full. It's not full. It's very empty. This place never gets too full. That's why I like it. Like I'm the type, I'm a shy fitness guy. I don't want to be working out with people watching.
What makes you a shy fitness guy? Like, 'cause I feel like I'm the same way.
I mean, I don't want to see niggas looking at me. And that's why when I be like, when I get there, I do cardio. So like cardio stations like pretty much over everything else. So you can kind of look around while you're doing it. So I listen to my little podcast. I listen to the Honest that we put out the other day. I'm listening to. I'm on the elliptical. I'm just looking around the gym and I'm like, okay, like I'm the only person looking at people. I'm like, that's how it's supposed to be. Like everybody else is just in their zone doing what the fuck they do. And it's like, it's not like it's not a lot of gyms currently have like the influencer crowd where it's like niggas with tripods and they doing it for the camera. And it's like, I don't want to see that at all. The first time I see a camera out in the gym, I'm out of there. That's like the number one on my list. Like if anyone got a camera out, I'm done. But yeah, like I think this gym is cool. Like in the morning, there's a few dudes lifting weights, but there's always a bench for me when I want to get over to my weight area. Older cats, but then like it's like 30, I would say 35 and up.
Right.
And there's a few under 30 kids around, but they, they focus. They doing what they do.
Right.
But yeah, man, like I just don't want nobody looking at me. Like, and like another thing about gyms too is you always got like a lot of gyms got the guy who's just like there, like trying to help you and be a trainer, not really a trainer. It's like, nigga, what are you doing? Like, leave me the fuck alone.
He's still listening. He's still listening. You like, bro, you need a spot? Like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, I don't need nothing friendly, bro. I got my headphones in. I don't want to talk. I don't want to lock eyes. Maybe I'll give you I'll be seeing a couple of dudes that be giving each other fist bumps sometimes and kind of conversing. I don't want to be a part of your fraternity.
Wait, Wait, you don't even want to fist bump? You don't even want to do the friendly fist bump like you killed that rep, you killed that shit. Like that's
no, how you know I killed the rep? Nigga, you watching me? No.
They probably don't know. It's just good energy.
Nah, I mean the good energy is minding your business.
Oh man.
I was there today. I'm doing my little shit. I heard a dude next to me grunting and shit, dropping the weights. I'm like, cool, you minding your business. I don't even mind.
All you hear is blink, and this shit hit the ground.
Yeah, but the funny part is I've been like, so in this process of finding a gym, I just been like researching different exercises and like, cause I used to have a trainer before. And he was cool, but I just feel like I could accomplish what he was doing with me by myself.
Yeah.
But now I've been like looking at different YouTube channels and just like seeing different guys online who like have the body I want. Pause. And yeah, I it's just funny because I saw, you ever see that video of Lenny Kravitz where he's like doing like the sit-ups?
Leather pants?
Yeah, he's like doing the bench press sit-up type shit.
Yeah.
I saw somebody doing that at the gym the other day. I'm like, oh shit, I'm going to do that. Like, I got to figure out exactly what that works out. Like, I know it's a core arm thing, maybe chest a little too. I want to get on that though.
What is your, if you have it and if you want to share, like, what's your like fitness goal? Like, what do you hope to achieve in the next couple months doing it?
You know, it's crazy, man. I mean, I just, first and foremost and always is just be healthy. Mm-hmm. We all are the youngest we'll ever be. Mm-hmm. And I never want to get to that point where I'm like, damn, like, I can't use my body how I used to. Right. And like, I know it just happens. That's father time. So like, I know while I still feel confident in moving my body the way I want to, I want to be able to do that. But then other than that, like, I always think, man, it's just making the video with Usher. I think it was you I don't have to call. And this nigga takes off his shirt and the like behind the scenes part, he's like, yeah, man, if you ain't got that little cut, that V, you're not yeah, you're not I
remember
shit.
That he pointed right to his like pelvis, and I was like, "What?
Nigga, that shit has stuck with me for the rest of my life."
So you always make sure you got the V.
Yeah, if I don't got the V, nigga, it's over, bro. So I gotta maintain the V.
I lost that V a good minute ago.
Hey,
solid like 15 ago.
Telling you, sit up.
Protect the V. Protect the V. Listen, I keep wanting to like go back and work out. I think the thing is again, I started it right before we moved, and then I lost motivation again. And it's like I got to get the motivation back. It's like a lighter that keeps like going out. You got to keep flicking it. It's like I got to get that motivation back. But like I just been like so busy with other shit, and it's just like, no, I'm just making excuses. You know what I'm saying? Like I need to print like no excuses on the wall. And I always found that type of shit like corny, like printing messages to yourself. But I'm like, I gotta get back to that shit because like I will lose interest in doing some shit, and I'll just be back on the couch playing a game.
Oh man, I got a whiteboard above my desk in my room where it's just like a bunch of quotes that I just shit my therapist tells me, shit I see, I just write it down.
Yeah, I need to go. I started going back to therapy. I took a month off. Went back to my old therapist, and I think I noticed that I needed to again I need that consistency. You know what I'm saying? You just like when you do therapy, you don't really need to stop. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like because the journey is like really never over. So like I felt 10 times better last week after I left that shit than I had in a long time. Like I was like, because again, like I said, I'm moving, and then like the job hunt's crazy. Let me tell you niggas about the job hunt, man.
Oh man, how's it going?
This for my niggas out there looking for jobs. I'm with you, bro.
It's my niggas that's locked down.
My niggas locked down, my nigga. It's crazy out here, man. Like LinkedIn might as well be Instagram. It might as well be Instagram. Like seriously, I feel like some people's stories be like I saw somebody say like, yeah, it's been 48 months since I lost my job and I ain't found one yet. And I'm like
48 months?
Bro, I saw this up there. I was like, it'll make you think something's wrong with you. You know what I'm saying? Like my homeboy, like, you know, he had been laid off. And then he found a job right before I got laid off. And he was like, listen, stop going on LinkedIn, because a lot of these people are putting shit up there just to sell a book or like get engagement or like get people to pay attention to them. It's like that person might have not been off work for 48 months, but they're looking for like a recruiter to hit them up and be like, oh shit, I found you by your post, because it got reached, it got shared. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, bro, that's nasty. That's a hustle. But like, it's like literally like I find that the best things to do and the best people to follow on LinkedIn are people who will drop just job links on their updates. And like, so I go to those, I'll fuck with those. Like, I'll say that I haven't been like missing or haven't had a lack of companies reaching out to me. I think that's been a blessing. Like, that's been really cool. But I find that these headhunter motherfuckers, they're running some type of racket. 24/7 talent. I'm calling you out. 24/7 talent. I call up one of their headhunters and I say, yo, this is what I do. This is what I want to do. Say, all right, let me talk to my some of my contacts at these jobs, and I hit you right back. I haven't heard from this bitch in 3 weeks. What contact you got?
First of all, headhunters is crazy. I'm glad you said she's a woman. That's a crazy, 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 crazy title. Headhunters?
You calling on Robert Half?
Nasty.
That's what they call them.
Oh my God, they need a new name. That's nasty.
Headhunters, head count?
I mean, I get it. Head count is a little pause worthy if you know. Headhunters though?
You were not in school talking about head count. Head count is pause. Your teacher count in class, head count is pause?
No, head count's fine. Head count. I'm trying to get more head count.
Oh my God. Listen. Headhunters might be the biggest. And if anybody looking for jobs right now, let me know in the comments. Let me know in the YouTube comments. Shout out to our people watching on YouTube, bro. It's the biggest racket ever. Headhunters are not real. They're not like they're like some mercenary outfit, bro. I've had 3 calls with headhunters. Now I keep saying it, and Josh keeps fucking laughing. But like I've had like 3 calls with them. There was one job I was supposed to be getting. There was like, I can't tell you what it is, but it's working with a famous DJ, and I'm just like, okay. So
Khaled looking for some talent.
So I was like, all right, here's all my info. Just like, oh yeah, well, but they had to have a video call, like conference with me. They didn't want to do it over the phone. I'm like, why y'all got to see me if I'm gonna be doing work that I'm not gonna be on camera for anyway? So I was like, whatever. I do the call, and then after that, I never hear from them again. I'm like, was I ugly? Did they not call me back because I was ugly as shit?
Probably like fucking Marshmallow, DJ Snake.
Bro, they probably like, we don't want no niggas working for us, bro. He's probably not gonna do nothing. I had another interview opportunity over the past week where, have y'all heard of one-on-one interviews where like it's literally just you and a camera and you're answering the questions to a camera like it's a fucking real world audition?
Heard of it, never did it.
It's AI.
Bro, they said they've been emailing me every day, like, make sure you hit this link and do the interview before the 25th of May. Here are the questions. So you go in, you sit in this room. You don't got to do it all at once, but you answer the questions one by one, looking at the camera. And I'm like, Britt, this is like some casting couch type shit. Like, I'm not trying to do that. Like, this shit is weird. Like, this shit is weird. I didn't know it was like this at all. I'm feeling for everybody out there trying to find a job, bro. Like, it's not a game right out here right now. And if I had no choice, I wouldn't be doing it. But it's crazy. So pray for me. Hopefully, I break through somewhere, or I'm just gonna fucking start a Fansly account. That'll just be what I do.
They're like OnlyFans?
Yeah, it's OnlyFans, but like nastier.
That's crazy.
You can get nastier than OnlyFans?
Yeah, you can get nastier OnlyFans with Fansly, bro. Look it up. Think about it. But anyway.
What are you going to put on it?
Me?
Yeah.
Feet.
You want to know?
I'm about to say, what's about to make you some bread on Fansly? Not that I'm subscribing. I'm asking him what he's going to put on there.
I'm showing off the V.
Maybe I need a Fansly. Hold on.
See, look at that. Now niggas want a Fansly. That's crazy.
Man.
Oh, I'm showing off the V. Listen, Josh, you and Mark, you guys have been at each other's necks. Pause. For the past month. And listen, I'm tired of it. So I'm using this episode today. I fooled you motherfuckers because this is an intervention between you two motherfuckers. I'm tired
Why
of this
do
shit.
I need an intervention?
Because you need one too. Everybody needs an intervention. Everybody needs an intervention. This fucking... Here's number one. I don't know... Let's just get to it right now. I don't know what much more we can say about this beef that hasn't already been said and that you don't already see every single day. I don't know what more can be said. What do you think can be said more about this beef?
Have you guys said Kendrick won out loud? Kendrick won the battle? Can each of you
do I have to say that?
Can each of you say that?
I'm gonna be real.
Can I
Look at Mark. Mark didn't use his words.
I just want to point to his camera. Can I point to his camera?
Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I just can't believe this. I just want to apologize first and foremost to all listeners, whether it's audio, video, wherever you're listening right now to the BlkPrint. I think we pride ourselves on this podcast being an honest, truthful, completely transparent podcast of our feelings and our emotions. Yeah. I am here to tell you as a listener, we have been lying to you for the past month.
He has been lying to you.
No, he has been lying to you
this
for the past month. And when I say he,
this is what I'm saying.
Josh Pease. Josh has been lying to the community and the audience for the past month. And there's going to be more details on how he has been. But I want to know, why do we have to specifically go out straightforward and say, Kendrick won the battle?
And Josh, you know I'm not you. Josh, you know what I'm gonna say, so I don't know why you're saying that right now.
He did win the battle, and it's like y'all like not trying to acknowledge the win. It's like, come on, I think this is a bubble win. He won.
What is acknowledgement of a bubble win?
What is it gonna do for you for me to say that?
Bubble win?
What is it gonna do for you for me to say that? If that you already thought that, nothing. You know, so exactly, like I'm gonna be real. Unpopular opinion, and. I mean, I don't know what Mark's talking about. We lied. I have stood on what I've said about this for the past month. For the past 3 episodes, we talked about this shit. I've stood on what I've said. I was worried about it a month ago. Y'all know this. Everybody knows this that listens to the show. I was worried about it. I thought that I was like, this could be really good or really bad. And then last episode, I said, we are veering into really bad territory. And then 3 days afterwards, I was fucking right. The shit went completely off the fucking road. And Friday, what day was it? Friday, May the 3rd? Was it the 3rd of May? I said at midnight in our chat, I said, I am fucking done with this shit. I said, I'm done. I can't do this shit no more. So I'm going to be real with y'all. Unpopular opinion. I know nobody wants to hear this. I'm not calling a winner for nobody. I don't think anybody won. I think we all fucking lost.
You want your Questlove?
I think we all fucking lost. I really do think we lost.
You want your rap
because you know what? Here's my thing. Let me finish. As somebody who braved who flew the Jay-Z flag in 2001, 2002, 2003, who fought the wars on the forums, who fought all those wars. I've been through this. I've seen this before. This was not like this was in those days. And I'm standing on this and saying it right now. Like, I don't say that, like, I think that when I say everyone lost, there's only one real group of people that won, and that's all the people that are making money and content off of this shit. Like, I think those are the people that are winning. The podcasters, the streamers who are getting a fat fucking Twitch check, a fat Rumble kick, whatever the fuck check they're getting this month, they won this shit. But when I define a rap battle, I look at it as like, who the fuck is the best rapper out of both of these? And I don't think this battle conclusively showed me who is the best rapper. I think it's who slings the best mud, which is cool if that's what you into. And I'm not going to knock anybody. I'm not knocking anybody for thinking that is where it should go. But I know that in some of the best rap battles that we had, it was like, all right, he out-rapped this nigga. He out-rapped this guy. He was the best rapper. I think both of these, like, the one thing that I noticed in this battle is that neither of them win it their skill on the mic. Was that interesting to anybody that none of them said, you ain't better than me at rapping? Neither of them said that. It was all about
go ahead. Sorry.
Like I looked at it as like, oh, so this isn't really about skill no more. This is really just because also think about it again. They're 10, 15 years in the game. They're 10, 15 years in the game. There's everyone who's made their mind up, just like this battle, they made their mind up a month ago about who they were going to say was going to win. Josh, you said it yourself. People have already made their minds up about this shit.
Well, I think this was the most polarizing rap battle of ever. This is of all time. This is it. This is the one. But I think the reason why it's so polarizing is because of a few things. The biggest thing being we live in this social media era. Before, you didn't really have social media and where the lines were so divided. That's why, like, I think early on I compared this to the Trump and Biden election.
You were right.
Because you have two sides who are like, yo, I'm a Democrat and you can't tell me different. I'm a Republican. You can't tell me different. And that's just literally what this battle was. So there was never going to be, I take that back. Not that there was ever going to be a definitive winner. It's going to be hard to call a definitive winner. And you're always going to have people who are going to be like, no, that's not true. Mm-hmm. But I think in this battle, we have a definitive winner. We have, like, we going off the things that people care about nowadays. This social media era, this post 50 Cent era, they care about the charts. They care about Billboard. They care about streams. And Kendrick won in those categories. The categories that Drake championed and built his career off of owning. You know, he built his Michael Jackson moniker off of having the most number ones. And Kendrick came and crushed that and crushed him at his own game.
He killed the boogeyman.
But another reason why, here we go.
Did he?
Look at niggas making faces and shit. No,
did he? Why can't we have fun? This is what
it's not about having fun. We talking about the battle.
Hold on, Mar. Hold on. I'm gonna give you your part. My thing is this. I am not denying. I'm not denying the win. I'm not denying the win. I'm saying in my opinion, I didn't enjoy this. I didn't enjoy this at all. I did not enjoy this as and for the same reasons that I said 2 weeks ago. I was like, this is a cautionary tale. Don't go further than this race shit. Don't go further than this because I'm gonna be out. You got people's kids. You got people's kids. Allegations of all types of stuff going on, and it's like ultimately at the end of the day, you're right. Like no one's gonna have a hard line on what it is because let's be real, nobody wants to hear that their favorite artist is involved in anything like that, and that goes on both ends. And I think both ends are continuing to do a whole fucking lot. Like it's still going on to this day. And I think what got me was like when Super Ugly dropped, right? That was like an extinction level event. That was like, man, that's crazy. Like that's out of control. And then they got walked back. Now imagine, if you will, thinking that there was a line to this shit where that line gets crossed 3 times in 48 hours. 4 times in 48 hours between these two guys, like back and forth. Every time you wake up or every time you fucking go do something to come back home, there's another thing is dropped that it's just like, this is even nastier than the first one. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that there's an element of where, like, at some point, the rhymes didn't matter no more. The raps didn't matter no more. I think that there was 2 songs that came out of this 2 weeks ago that I was like, this is the best these two have ever rapped. I wish that they would have kept it to just being an MC and kept it at that point. But whatever sparked it at that point, and that's where it was. So if it was a battle where Kendrick won, but at what cost did he win? Like, yes, he did. Because I think in a large part of it, Drake beat himself. He overthought this shit 10, 15 times in a way that he shouldn't have. But I also feel as though, like, if you want to poke holes at the win, there's a way. If you want to say Drake won, you could poke holes in that win all day too. Why was he giving people allegedly fake information? That's dumb as hell. Why would Kendrick rap about fake information? What is the truth? Where is the evidence? That's just it doesn't matter at the end of the day. Because at the end of the day, I thought it was going to be about 2 of the best rappers in the world claiming that they was best friends. This started as the big three, y'all. This started as we the big three. That's where it started. Fuck the big three. It's just Big Me. So I'm like, okay, we're gonna find out who the best rapper is. Time for you to prove that you're a problem. That's what he said. Mm-hmm. But when it comes down to the raps, it is the most like what can I say wilder than the last person? I'm gonna say that your child is your manager's child, really, and you're really a cuck. I'm gonna say that you got fake abs and you pop pills and you fuck hookers. What is that like? What? Come on, man. Like the battle started being not judged on skills, but on morals. And I think that's where we're losing it. That's where we lost the fucking plot. And that's why I couldn't fuck with it.
Two things there. I think since the beginning of the battle, there's always been mudslinging. Beanie Siegel and Jadakiss mudslinging. You a bitch, you not a bitch, I'm gonna kill you. It's always been this level of, I hear you, like it's a skills competition, but it's also disrespect track. That's what it is. Like,
Josh, it ain't never been like this. It's not like you comparing apples to oranges. At this point, it is apples to oranges. That mudslinging, you a bitch. I would take you a bitch 10 times over the shit that then you beat your wife. I'll take that 10 times over you beat your wife.
My thing is, it's crazy, but it's just like that's the day and age we're in. That's we're desensitized. We see people die on the internet. We've taken it the further this can go as far as content and things people can talk about. We're at that point. Like Super Ugly, if Super Ugly came out today, it would be the tamest part of a battle. I love condoms on your baby seat. That's tame as fuck.
Compared to this one, yeah. Compared to this one.
But I'm just saying in general, not even just shit talking that rappers do nowadays is tame. Left condoms on your baby seat is tame compared to fucking niggas rap about fucking niggas bitches every other song.
Yeah.
We love that shit.
I don't think that I was. Listen, call me soft. You know what I'm saying? Call it what. I don't think I was as desensitized as I thought I was to like something like that. But I also think that I wanted to see some type of battle. Like I think at the end of it, I think Jay had realized that he took it to a place that he shouldn't have took it to in 2001. Right? He took it to a place he shouldn't have took it to. But I think when you go back and listen to those, Jay's getting called gay. He's getting called dick sucking lips, all types of shit. Like that was at that point.
A bigger diss in 01 than it is in 24.
Yeah, of course, absolutely. It was over the line, and then Jay went over that line again. But my issue is, Josh, is that they went over the line and they kept going over the line, and and you know what happened? The line, they just wiped over that shit and just say, at this point we just got to win. We just got to just do the bet. And the thing that won everything out was the line crossing that everybody could dance to. And that's what essentially was okay, that ends the beef right there. That ends the beef right now because he made the hit. I think that the chart shit is funny to me that you bring that up, Josh, because I don't like the idea that people are looking at Kendrick as if he just came out yesterday. He is not like a spring chicken. He's been on the charts before. He might not have the chart success that Drake has had, but that's just the way that the audiences break down. And I've said this before, I've said this on the show. I said I think that these two just have so much different art audiences. And I think what I learned about this is that to a certain extent, because Drake has never really taken himself too seriously, that is why people are attaching themselves to this meme so vehemently, because Drake doesn't take himself seriously. So when it is a serious act, a serious allegation, they're going to dance with it because they're like, well, Drake's probably laughing at this shit too, because he's never shown us anything different.
Nah, I think it's a little bit of, I think you're right to a certain degree. It's who made them dance. I believe that. Who's going to make the dance track? And you thought it would be Drake because it's like you coming off the Meek Mill shit with back to back and that being a club record, and he just couldn't deliver that. He didn't deliver that.
He chose not to.
I chose not to. Beat himself, whatever you want to call it. He lost. My thing with this is, and I think beyond just the mudslinging of it all, I think what really won Kendrick the battle is him, quote unquote, standing up for the culture. I think it's a conversation that we have not had about Drake ever in his career. And it's a conversation that can be had for him. He's from Canada. He's half Jewish. He makes R&B music and rap hybrid music. And it's always kind of been a thing. But I think Kendrick just opened up that door and it allowed people to rally behind, hey, he's not of the culture. And I think that's what won him the battle. I think when he said it early on, and I think he might have said in Euphoria, like, this is for the culture or something like that.
Yeah,
and I was like, oh,
we talked about that. You said it last episode. That was the angle. And for Drake, the frustrating part was that he pushed back on that angle not enough. He pushes back on it on Family Matters. He pushes back on it, but like not enough. It was like, okay, like he touched on the race shit a lot more than he really does the cultural part. And I think that these are answers that he should invariably probably answer to or probably talk about. And I'm sure that we'll see that in the coming months or whatever, whenever he drops new music. I feel you on that. I think that when it comes to the culture side, it's like that's another hole you can poke into the argument. I think that like I think that neither argument for neither artist was perfect. Neither one was perfect. That's why that's why it's inconclusive to me, especially on the lyrical side. I think both of these motherfuckers was going crazy lyrically. Tailor Made, Euphoria, Family Matters, so long 6-7 minute disses, just going back to back to back. The fact that these two people put these songs together, well, we're not really sure when Kendrick put these songs together or Drake, but like they were dropping them at such a clip that we had never seen them drop these songs like this before. There's no question to me after this, these are the best two rappers that we have. I think that when it comes down to that to the battle and how the strategy of it, because that's what it was strategy. That's what won the battle. It wasn't going to be about the raps, and I think that's where I got confused. I was just like, oh, this was never going to be about that. But I also feel like, and we said this and we touched on this before, people have already made their minds up. Let's just be real. Like there was no public perception that I saw that ever had Drake winning this battle. So it was really just a foregone conclusion that he was going to disappoint. There's nothing that people can say about whatever he did that was going to be like, was anyone ever going to give him a fair shot?
I disagree. I think he had a fair shot from the jump. He kind of poked from the jump because it was like, oh, Kendrick taking forever. I'm about to drop this tailor-made AI thing, and I'm going to talk about the Pac shit because I know that's the angle you're going to take. Drake was the favorite coming into this. Eyes.
To you?
I think to me and just to the field, it's like this is a guy who's battle tested. This is going against someone who's never battled. This is someone who's coming off of doing what Kendrick did to win the battle. So it's like I think Drake was absolutely the favorite, and he shit the bed. And it's funny that like I feel like people are hesitant to admit that, he's the most dominant person. He's Thanos. We all say it. Like that was the meme that people were running around with, and he met his match, and now people are like, "Oh, like I never thought he had a chance." It's like, huh? Like we definitely thought he had a chance. This is what he does.
I'd say it's a small percentage compared to
like Josh. There was definitely people saying Kendrick didn't have to respond. Like there were people who
that he was up in the beef on that.
Yeah. A small percentage. Honestly, that's another thing too about this like New York media and just the vacuum that we're all in. Whatever size your mind was kind of at, that's what you were seeing.
It was West Coast niggas saying that shit too.
Yeah,
I believe it. I believe it was all over. I'm saying whatever side you're on, and you want to train your mind to see and feel, you can say you felt. Because you could say I could easily be like, yo, there's people who believe Drake won, and there's people who believe Drake doesn't have to like. There's people who believe that Drake's last song wasn't waving the white flag. Like there's so many different narratives that have come out of this battle, and you could believe anyone depending on what you see out in the space on Twitter.
I haven't even heard.
I don't think that's mind training. I think we could just open up Instagram and look at a video of somebody saying, "Hey, Like That is the number one record in the country, and it's been number one for 3 weeks. There's no response needed." And he's actually up on the battle because Drake is spiraling. Those are the things that actually happen.
I'm sorry. Could you see something that says something different to that, the exact opposite of that, if you open up your phone?
If I were to see somebody to say Kendrick is spiraling, push-ups is doing well, so he doesn't need to respond. No, I don't think I've seen that.
I haven't seen that either.
I literally have group chats with people who were like, Kendrick spiraling. Why would he drop Not Like Us? People saying Not Like Us is whack. Like that's what I'm saying. It's both sides of it. This is very much Trump Biden. If whatever you want to see, you can see.
I do think fandom
played a part.
Is interesting.
Fandom played a huge part in this. I don't think we've actually touched on fandom enough, because I think that perception also matters here. I think that there are a lot of like disruptors who definitely use this as kind of like, I saw a lot of shit that was just not within the culture that really didn't sit right with me, just mentioning and talking about this shit. I don't want to like
get too many guests. So I said last episode.
I think there was a lot, and I think that got louder. And I think that what also bothered me is that, again, like I said, there were so many pundits that like I kind of lost respect for in this, because they are trying to input themselves and get themselves over in this situation, whereas as fans, we should just wait to see what's next. And I think that we have too much access, we have too much time to have conversation with people, online. But like I was just like, I don't want to see everybody's thoughts no more. I like took a social media break over that.
Yeah, I've been saying that way before this battle. Like, I said on this show,
it was fucking worse. I think it was the most miserable. Like I'm being real. It was the most miserable thing to be a part of. I don't see how anyone thought any part of this discourse was or is fun. I think I sat on what I said or what I thought about it, and then I continued on with it. And it's like the most conversation I have about this shit is with you motherfuckers in Discord. But other than that, I don't talk about this shit at all, because it's not fun to talk about. I don't talk about it. Like, it's not fun to talk about, but yet and still I can still open up something and there's a deeper plot. I got hotel footage and all types of shit. It's like, this is reaching Pizzagate fucking era right here. Like, this is like it's the truth. Like I was telling Wale, like, this is our 2016 moment. This is our 2016. We didn't have that before. We have it now, where it's like no one is going to budge from who's saying who won or who, like, and the loser, his fans are still going to say he won or he didn't lose or it's not over. This is channeling the same type of hysteria that we saw and we still see today. And I think that's what's disturbing to me, because now for the first time, it's in a culture that I believe in and that I love. And I think that's what's disturbing me the most, to be honest with y'all.
That's fair. No, that's a fair.
I was going to say the positive thing is there is no, January 6th to do in rap. I don't think there's going to be OVO fans trying to take.
They're trying to make it happen at Drake House right now every day.
The embassy.
They're trying to make it happen right now. They're trying to make it pop. That's why I'm saying, like, I see it on both ends. I'm not gonna be mad at anyone that says that there's a winner. I don't think there was, but if you think there was a winner, it's the same as Jay and Nas. I had to as a Jay fucking fan. Down the line, I said, you know what, Nas probably won that. You know what I'm saying? I had to do it down the line.
Maybe you have a down the line moment. Yeah, maybe that.
I won't have it down the line. I'll be dead. I won't have it down the line. I'm not gonna.
What? This maybe you'll be out of here not like us. And,
I will never, ever. I will not interact. I have not interacted with these songs, Josh. You know this. I have not interacted with these songs at all since they've come out. I don't care to listen to them. I don't want to hear them no more. Like I think. Huh?
Don't choose to not dance and not like us. You're not black if you don't dance and not like us.
Who said that?
That's what Twitter telling me.
Twitter said, "Fuck Twitter."
That's what I'm saying. Like, look at what Mark. Look what Mark's Twitter is telling him. That's like what people are like. Yo, they're saying that the Russians are not the Russians, but they saying that whatever Biden fucking conspiracies is going on. Like I said before, whatever way you want to slant, that's what you're going to see. And you're going to see the opposite of. And it's like, and this is for Mark in particular, I really feel like.
Let me get close to the camera here for this one.
Yeah, I just feel like you had a winner when you came into this battle. Or when they came
by all means, yes. I can admit that. I don't think there's anything wrong with anybody choosing a winner. If there's a boxing match, you choose a winner. It doesn't mean you're a dick rider. It doesn't mean you're a glazer. You just pick a winner.
It's a boxing match because this is great. This is Devin Haney. Mm-hmm. People had Devin Haney when they came into the match. He lost, and now people are saying, "No, he's on steroids. He's overweight." Excuses. It's like, nigga, no, he lost. Steroids, overweight, none of that shit matters. The punch is connected.
But that's the tricky thing. That's the tricky thing with fandom. The tricky thing with fandom is online. You could choose a winner by all means. Great. I had a really good conversation with them the past week on the purpose of being subjective and objectivity. And do you really need that in every single conversation that you have, especially in music? Like, do you need that? Like, if you're a friend of anybody involved in this battle, can you not provide your opinion? Or do you have to say, just so y'all know, I'm a friend of X, Y, and Z, so I'm not going to be subjective in this conversation? Does it help? Probably. Do I think you need objectivity in every single combo? Not necessarily. But I think there are a good amount of people who chose one way or the other. I still think online it was a much heavier choice.
It was Kendrick, but no, be real. It was Kendrick slander online.
Yeah,
it was Kendrick slander.
A much heavier choice of Kendrick over Drake. Although there were people
but Josh, just because you didn't see it, there's two people right here that saw it.
I know, but y'all didn't see the other side.
Josh, to this day, and I'm going along with it because I'm sure that there is a sentiment out there. I have not seen anyone say Drake won this, so I'm not going to say that I saw that. I don't see anyone say that. The common, and I want to get to this too. The common conception is right now, it's either nobody won, this was really not fun to experience, Kendrick won, but at what cost, and even. Like that's the only thing. I've never seen Drake won in any way, shape, or form.
Drake won right now on Twitter, you would see it.
What's wrong with my algorithm then? Because what's wrong? Why do I not see niggas saying this shit was whack?
I don't know the algorithm that you're a part of. That's fine. That's just what it is. I just know that it's a sentiment out there.
I'm sorry, Josh, but my point on fandom is that I think that there are multiple sides that can talk about each side of the battle. Obviously, one side gets to exist and reside in this lane of online conversation because for the most part, we're all in one big rap circle. For the most part, everybody can comment on everything. One side gets to exist as the arbiters of hip hop, and this is celebrating in the streets. This is bottles popping, while the other could have a small opinion on anything that could involve the other side. And it's dick riding, it's glazing, it's payroll. I've seen people tell Gilly the Kid and Cameron Giles, how they should talk about rap beef. Random accounts. Jenny from Wisconsin.
I mean,
Greg from Montana is telling Cameron Giles how to talk about rap beef.
And on the flip side of that, you have someone like Joe Budden who said that he believes that Kendrick's won. And you see people saying, what the fuck does he know? You've seen both sides of it. So it's like, that's my thing. I'm here to just be like, yo, it's on both sides. And that's my thing. Like that. And that's why even like me, like, come on. Y'all know I listen to more Drake than Kendrick Lamar. Like let's keep it fucking real.
This is why I have to apologize to the audience. I'm not buying this Drake over Kendrick Lamar thing from you because people for the past month on the BlkPrint have seen Joshton. We in Discord see Josh.
Yeah, but
and this is not Josh in Discord.
This is my thing. You guys know. I don't listen. I fuck with Kendrick. Shout out to Kendrick. He won the battle. But I'm not a Kendrick.
Is he gonna? Are you getting paid every time you say that?
Today.
Are you getting paid every time you say that?
Call him what you were calling him today.
Where did I get the nickname from?
Exactly. Tell me.
Exactly. Where did I get the nickname from? I got it from you. Y'all bringing up the term. It's a new term. Oh, I called him President Lamar.
Do you not think that it's wild that a person can exist in hip hop for 15 years, have a crown, a proverbial crown?
He does.
In rap.
Does. He really does.
Since Control happened.
Josh, stop acting like there's no fucking Kendrick Lamar fucking slant in music.
Thank you.
Are you serious?
Do you not?
You know the best line? Hold on. You know the best line out this whole shit was when Drake said, Kendrick just opened his mouth. Somebody give him a Grammy right now. That is the truest shit anyone has ever. If that's the angle that he had taken, I think we have a different conversation today. But he chose fucking not to. He chose not to.
Here's my thing. Is Kendrick not worthy of the Grammys he's won in his career?
I'm gonna be real. I've been subjected to way more of his music in the past fucking week, 2 weeks, month than I ever wanted to in my life. So like, I'm not gonna say that. I can't say that because the thing is, I can appreciate him as an artist and what he brings to the game. I'm never gonna take that shit away from him. I'm never gonna take the Pulitzer away or the Grammys or anything like that. But that statement is not to show that he's not great because neither of these guys said that they weren't great. Kendrick said that he listened to Drake's song. We're both goats. You know what I'm saying? He even said J. Cole was one of the GOATs. He's never backed down from that, and I think neither is Drake. But the issue is right now,
You are not allowed to critique.
You're not allowed to critique him about anything.
You're a dick rider. You're a glazer. You're
it also goes back to what I said earlier, and I didn't get to finish my thought on this, is that Drake fans are more willing to hear out an anti-Drake argument because of how unserious Drake takes himself. And I think that's his detriment, is that he does not take himself serious. So they're willing to be like, oh yeah, if somebody comes along and I'll dance to the shit. But when Drake comes back out, they'll probably just go back to whatever the fuck he was doing. Kendrick fans do not do that. They take this motherfucker deadly serious. Everything that he says is that everything Kendrick says, people take word as bond. No one's questioning about any type of fucking truth to anything because of the way he has carried himself. I'm not going to let you sit here, Josh, and act like there is no Kendrick slant. You live in LA, you know there is one.
No, there's a slant, but it's a slant because he is one of the GOATs. Just like there's a Cole slant. We haven't even touched on that.
We saw the Cole slant. The Cole slant is as wishy washy as a fucking door.
I'm just saying, it's like that's what I'm saying. It's a Cole slant. They all have their slants, and that's my thing. Like they all have their pockets of the internet. People who believe in them. I remember when Cole dropped his diss song, people were saying this is the best diss song since Hit 'Em Up. Cole took it off streaming because he knew that shit wasn't even like that. So it's like everybody has their own slant, and I just don't want to sit here and act like Kendrick is isolated in that. And I also don't want to act like Kendrick isn't worthy of the accolades that he has.
He is a critical darling in a way that Drake isn't. So that is why people are more willing to go along with it. Kendrick drops an album. He is probably inevitably dropping an album this year because of what's going on. When he drops an album, we don't even gotta question it. Rap Grammy of the Year. It's already happening. Because of all of this now. But I think that it is very interesting and hilarious that everyone has tagged him with the underdog tag. And I'm like, he has been around longer than almost every single rapper that we have ever listened to in our life. Him and Drake. He has been, I'm just being real. I'm being real.
Do you not think that that's nuts?
I think that the underdog tag for him is crazy.
In the battle, he is the underdog in this battle.
No, he's not.
No, he is
He was never the underdog to me. He was never the underdog to me. Y'all
thought coming into this battle that Kendrick was going to win.
I thought there was a shot that either of them could win.
That were picking Drake?
Hold on, Mark. You know me. I was not Drake about to win. I was calling it on both sides. I said this shit was whack. I think that it's whack that he's
coming into it. Did you think that Kendrick was going to beat Drake at a battle?
I think that there was a lot of things that would have caused Drake to lose, and I said that from the beginning. I said you were going against someone who has a support system, the cultures, if you will, behind him. There's no way that you could beat this. Because I said that I said this, you can look it up in Discord. I said it. I didn't say it on the show, but I said in Discord, I said, I do think it's crazy that people are underestimating Drake because he has been in a battle and Kendrick hasn't. But that doesn't mean that Drake can't get punched in the mouth because he's lost before.
Yep.
We've seen him lose before. So it was never out of the realm of possibility. I didn't know it was going to be this. I will say that. It was never out of the realm, but I'm seeing people say, he did it, but I'm like, Kendrick was always the boogeyman. Drake calls it out on Taylor Made. You're the boogeyman. I want to see the boogeyman. He saw him, right? Now it's Drake is the boogeyman. He's the real evil. And I'm like, for what? For fucking escorts and shit? Like
that's my favorite part of this battle is that Kendrick's diss is just about being a freak.
Bro, I'm like, huh?
I can't be freaky no more.
but it's the same people that talk about eating ass on Twitter. But that's why I'm like, there's a level of like blavidiness to it also that is nasty because it's like I never want to see them people take points off of other people doing what they got to do to have a good time or do whatever they want to do. Like I don't like the condescending shit. You know me, I'm all about love who you want to love, do what you want to do. So that part to me was kind of like lame. So like when I look at that beef, I don't look at it as like that's not no fly shit that you say. But then again, Drake said a lot of shit that's just not fly shit either. So
that's what I'm saying. Exactly. Very much schoolyard.
Yeah, like I'm not feeling either of them at the end of this. I will concede to say he won if that's what it is. I definitely don't think Drake won. I definitely don't think Kendrick won either. Because at the end of the day, this was not a battle that I will be going back to. It is a battle to me that was won on the internet. It was not one on the songs. It was not one on the skills. And that's what I thought it was going to be about.
Yeah, I don't think this is an area to shoot Drake any bail. I think for the most part, most of us could agree that I think it really does damage you when you try and play this off as this little guy. And obviously the short jokes are funny, but when you're ending records like, yeah, good to get the pen out. Okay, this is getting kind of eye roll. I think you should take this up as a credible thing, like a serious thing. I don't think there's plenty of people that are shooting bail on the fact that, yes, the line and push-ups did bring family into this. I don't think anybody's doing that. I think personally, the slave shit, just leave it alone. That's not black and white. That's Canadians talking about slavery. I think for the most part, you just leave it alone. It's never going over in America. I think your
angle on that is like, I don't think, I'm going to be real. I didn't see many people going at that as they went at like other shit that he said. Like Kendrick, of course, brought it up on Not Like Us, but like, I like that was not like that angle was like, and I look at this again like URL, like I compared it in Discord to Loaded Lux versus Calico. And if people don't know what that battle was, Loaded Lux came in as kind of like he brought in a casket and he did all types of like pageantry. You know what I'm saying? And he had the pageantry, and that's how he won the battle, because he had the pageantry, but he also had the culture. And Calico came in cocky as ever, new guy at that time, and he had street connections, and he had all of this stuff and all this stuff that was going on. And Lux didn't win necessarily on, you know, having the best raps, because one of the rounds he slipped up, and he actually only had 2 rounds, not 3. He won on the fact that what he said was so potent, and it got to certain people that were just ready to see Calico get plucked off because he was too cocky. And that's what I look at this battle as that it's a clash of styles, because these people like naturally don't like go at each other. They don't match. You know what I'm saying? But in the context of this battle, like, it mattered. These things that I didn't think mattered. And that's ultimately where it came out. But I can't say, I just can't say I was feeling it at the end, man. I'm gonna be real. I can't. I'm not gonna say hip hop is dead. I'm not gonna go Questlove with it. But I will say that, like, it is interesting that a lot of media is going that route. A lot of LA Times went at it. Vulture had Craig. I talked to Craig Jenkins. He had a really great article about it as well. And I was just talking to him about how he felt about the beef, and a lot of media, they wanted this, but they're not the ones reporting on this 24/7. It's academics, is Kai Cenat, is that like, that's going to fall to the wayside. Whatever they think is going to fall to the wayside. But I will say that this is, like you said, Josh, it's a polarizing battle, and there's going to be winners on all sides. But ultimately, like, for the culture, I again go back to what I said weeks ago. Who's going to carry that mantle? So if Drake is dead, if Drake's done, if Kendrick only going to put out albums every so many years, whatever, that's his guy. That's cool. That's his cycle. Who's going to pick up the torch if this is what we're going towards? I don't know. Because what happened the other week was 2 of the best rappers of our generation revealing shit about each other that I think is just completely out of line. And I don't want to look at them in that light. I don't want to think of Kendrick as a fucking abuser, and I don't want to think of Drake as the number of things that they fucking, you know, called them, because these are 2 of the best rappers that we got. So that's where I land with it.
I think as of right now, you know, it's kind of like almost like where Jon Stewart was after Bush was done and Obama got in. A lot of like the best years of Jon Stewart were off uppercutting Bush, jokes on Bush. Okay, Bush is gone now. Now we have a brand new president. What is your...
Can we stop the president shit? I want to stop the president shit. I want to dead the president shit.
No, it's more in the grand stance of, I think there are a lot of, it's not lost on me that there are a lot of people that for a decade plus banked themselves on this battle. Like, this battle, what's going to happen on this battle? I think this person's going to get put in the earth. Now the battle's done. I think even Kendrick himself, to say the things like, there's been a lot of hatred on this for past couple of years. Obviously, I think the "want to see you die" shit is a little bit performative. But, you know, what do you do with that hate after you have now put it on record? After a lot of the internet, a lot of the rap opinions have now said you have now won this battle. What is next? What do you do with
the shots are not going to stop. I think we need to be resolved to that. The shots are not going to stop. I think they're going to continue.
But now that you've got that off your chest, where does hate reside? I think we can ask that with anything that we have. There's plenty of people we dislike. And we might want a moment to just be like, yeah, man.
I don't know if it's that deep. I can't call it. I don't know if it's that deep between either of them. It was a competition. They played the game and one person won and the other person won. Ultimately, that's what it is. I don't have to like the way the competition ended, but I can respect the fact that it was two of the best rappers ever. 15 years, both of them. 15 years. No, we've never had a run like this. Never had a run like this. I wish it ended differently. I wish they went about it differently. But at the end of the day, we never had anything like this. And it's whether you want to believe, it's history. It's going to be a complicated history. I say that a lot on this show. It's going to be a complicated history. But we'll see what happens next. What happens next? I feel like Kendrick rides this momentum. I feel like best thing for him to do is probably put an album out. He could probably be up there album of the year because of the storyline of this. But I also think that with Drake, there's also a storyline there too. Whether he wants to take that opportunity or not to lock back in and make better music and make the best music that he's ever made, because I can agree, I can admit that there's been a stumble other than Honestly Nevermind and Her Loss. There's been a bit of a stumble. He's gotten complacent, but I hope that he sees that his place in the game is not permanent. I think he's never been more mortal than he has been right now. And I think that he takes that time and does what it is. But I think for the three of them, J. Cole, Drake, Kendrick, in some people's minds, they're still gonna be unassailable. They're still gonna be what they are. And I think that ultimately what it is. But I know what I want to bring me out of this rap beef funk. This Tommy Richmond track. We did it again, Virginia. We fucking did it again. We did it again. Motherfucker. Woodbridge, stand up. No, I'm not gonna say that. Hey, this $1 Million Baby record. It's really it's number 2 on Billboard. Had the beef not happened, it would have probably been number 1, which is crazy to think. It got blocked. Absolutely. It got blocked by the biggest beef in the world. It came out of nowhere, right?
Yeah, no, it's funny, man. I have a couple of friends actually that were hip to Tommy early. Sending me tracks that have come out previously. And when this snippet went up, they had sent it to me yo, this is heat. I'm like, damn, this shit is kind of hard. But I just wasn't quite sold. I think for me, just off an Instagram snippet, but it was bubbling crazy. And it was going crazy on TikTok. And then the record came out and it went wild. It was so wild. I was like, is this real?
Yeah.
But then the weekend it dropped, I remember going to get a smoothie, hearing it at the smoothie shop. Driving in my car, hearing cars playing. I'm like, oh, this shit's really outside. So yeah, man, it's amazing to see a new artist. This is what I think about when you're who's gonna carry the torch? It's the Tommy Richmonds of the world. We're primed for something new. And it might not be him exactly, but the new generation is coming in. And the Kendricks, the Coles, the Drakes, they're phasing their way out. And even the Uzis, the Cardis, they're getting to the point where they're at the Kendrick and Cole and Drake level. But
isn't it crazy that we could say that the Cardi and Uzis are at that level? But it's it's so unprecedented. And I want to say this again, it's so unprecedented what those three did, that what those two that you just named in totality have not reached that yet.
Oh yeah, I mean they're new, and I mean not new, but they're of this second generation behind this generation that really wanted it. That's what I kind of liken it to. There's a generation that really wanted this shit. Cole, Kendrick, Drake, still very much blog era. And the generation behind them got fat fast, got made a lot of money fast, got rich fast. And it's now it's that hunger ain't really in it for them. I think, still super talented, the most talented of the crop. You could throw Yachty in that bunch too. But I don't know if they want it as much. And I think now we just need new energy, new lifeblood, and the Tommy Richmonds of the world. And I'm trying to think who else is coming up behind him and around him. But there's a lot of just new energy coming through. And, I'm excited for it, man. I think we just need new artists in general. Tired of listening to the same shit, same cadences, voices. There's me and my friends have been joking. We're yo, WBS, White Boy Summer.
Yeah. Right hey, that Post Malone and Morgan Wallen got me tapping my feet, boy.
Yeah. White Boy Summer, NLE got us. What are you talking about?
Nah, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good.
JP got us.
No, sir. I'm good. No, sir.
I'm Richmond and McGee. White Boy Summer. I'm rolling.
Hey, I might even be fucking with who else I'm fucking with, man? I might be fucking
Ian,
with.
you fuck with Ian yet?
Nah. I listen. I might be fucking with Ice Spice, bro. That might be with my new beat, yo. I'm off hip hop, bro. I'm post hip hop. I'm on whatever.
Don't play that. Give me a light. Don't play that. Give me a light.
I've never seen a more negative response, but I think the numbers will show that people still love that song for sure.
Yeah.
But speaking of which, before we get out of here, this Gunna album, man, he's back. Just bad timing all around for anybody trying to drop right now. Just terrible timing.
Not even bad, because it's like it's just giving us a good respite from like the beef shit, and like even just the way the album rides for Gunna. I'm like, oh, you came on a whole different frequency. Like just the way the beats, the way you ride the beats, pause. Like I think everything right there is it's just what was needed at the time. Like it's not super aggressive. Has a message, has a conscience. Like the day I did good, fucking life's changed, and like those are songs that you're like, oh shit, like he actually really talking about something. Whereas, you know, a lot of the music that's been out recently has been a lot of bravado and just like bullshit.
Does it feel like Gunna is on his second career? It's what it feels like to me. It feels like he's a completely new artist now. There's still references to his past on the album. There's still references to like what was. Way less YSL mentions on this than there was on Gift and the Curse. But I think that, you know, he talks about getting right in the gym, and we've seen the results. And you know, I look at the tour footage and I'm like, man, like he really has a core group of fans that will go see him wherever he goes. And I think that on the way to becoming such a big rapper like that, like I would have never thought Gunna could have come back from something like what happened to him 2 years ago. And he's doing it, and he's handling it with grace. And I think that it's pretty cool to see.
Man, shout out to Second Chances, man. Because like you said, it does feel like his second career. And, you know, just seeing him on tour, seeing him doing meet and greets.
Yeah.
And like taking photos with fans and just going to different sporting events and meeting the college students and being courtside at games. Like me and a couple friends joke, we're like, yo, now he's like the Rams mascot.
Yeah.
Like when the Rams do something, he's there. Like he performed at the draft party. He's been in the suite a couple times last season. Like it's just a new outlook, and it's not so tied into what it was before.
Yeah. And
just like, you know, the YSL stuff, the Atlanta, like he feels like a global superstar.
Yeah.
It's like he's going to be from anywhere. He can damn near be from LA or something. Like he just has a different, just a different persona, and it feels good to see. I'm excited for what's next. Like I hate to be one of them guys, like I'm ready for the next project, but like I like Gunna when he's turned up. I feel like this album didn't have like a fuck you mean.
Yeah.
The standout track to me is On One Tonight, and it's way too short.
It's 1 minute.
Yeah, maybe a minute and 40 seconds or something like that. We need more. So I'm excited for just, you know, where he's taking it. I think right now, he's on tour right now, and it's like you really see an artist who's like putting in the work
together. Yeah.
You're putting in the work. And I'm like, okay, like we don't see that. There's no artist putting in the work right now.
What I love to see during those shows is he comes through the fans and he'll sit on like a balcony or sit with the fans. And I'm like, he's doing what these pop acts and what all these other acts are doing, giving you something more intimate. And I think it cannot be understated how different the presentation of Gunna is to every one of his contemporaries right now. Like you can tell to Josh's point, he wants this shit. And I think that, again, he saw that his place in the game is only temporary. You know what I mean? And for him to come back and do this, and I guess this is a fucking theme of the show. Your place in this game is very temporary. It's all about what you do with it when you come back. And I think Gunna's he's primed to have a really good comeback. He's set to be number 2 on the Billboard charts next week on his album. Really solid numbers for like album that didn't have like a lot of fucking singles on it and shit like that. So shout out to Gunna, man. I'm glad to see him succeed for sure. But yeah, that is BlkPrint. This is our debrief on this. I hope that we have a better conversation in 2 weeks and we could talk about something different. It's going to be summertime by the time we come back. It'll be like Memorial Day weekend, I think. So we'll be back with you guys. We need you guys to lock in on Patreon, lock in on YouTube, lock in everywhere. Let us know any questions you want us to answer. And you know, we love those Q&A segments and we love those longer episodes. So let us know what you guys got for us. New episode of Overly Conversating is coming. I had to get moved in. Me and Mark are going to be right back at you. We're going to talk about this Apple shit, this iPad shit. I got comments on that too.
I might cop. High key, I might cop. I don't know.
It's Apple, of course you're gonna. Josh, you want to get on him? Don't call him a Drake stan. Call him an Apple stan. If that's what you want to do, I'm giving you game right now.
Is that gonna hurt me?
Yeah, don't.
A little bit of both.
I'm giving you game right now. Go to the Apple conference when Drake had that jacket on. You best hit two birds with one stone. That's how you hit Mark. That's how you jab him.
You want me and Josh to shake hands virtually?
I don't know. Here's the thing. I don't know if there's a lot of stuff that's gonna happen outside of this, but I'm glad that Mark, you stood up for yourself today on the show. I'm glad.
Oh, he's smacking my hand. You see that? That's some Kendrick niggas, yo.
I'm glad you stood up for yourself, Mark. I'm glad you said something this week. I'm glad that you had some fire because y'all listen. These two motherfuckers, I had to literally be like, y'all need to stop. I had to walk in like Jonathan Majors and fucking put my hand between these two.
Episode 60, it was nice and calm. Euphoria, push-ups. I was like, yeah, man, Euphoria is better than push-ups. Everybody was like, yeah, all right, cool, great episode. Soon as we got in the Discord, man, I smacked the shit out that nigga. I said, where did that come from? So I said, all right, bet.
I just want to hear y'all say Kendrick won, man.
What does that do for you?
You'll never hear me say that. You'll never hear me say that, Josh. But you
said it earlier.
But I didn't walk it back. You'll never hear me say, Josh. Can y'all really just stop? I stood on what I said, and I've stood on what I've said about this beef since day one. And I said, God, last year when we were talking about, can't they just get along? I said, this doesn't seem like a good idea for these two motherfuckers to beef, and it fucking happened. So. J5 always right. All right, you guys.
I'm gonna just drop the complete chronology of the past 2 years of Drake and Kendrick talk from Mr. Morale and whatever Josh said about Mr. Morale in 2022 up until Honestly Nevermind to fucking last year to today.
Honestly Nevermind had Josh back on his drinking hips, bro.
Honestly Nevermind. I fuck with Drake.
That's why I was like, why is this nigga calling him Ja Rule now? I didn't get it.
Because he lost the battle.
You're not gonna.
That's not why you was calling him Ja Rule, Josh.
Yeah, exactly. You called him Ja Rule was like that.
He lost the battle, and honestly, we gonna see what's next for him. We gonna see. When's the last time Ja Rule got a hit?
Ja Rule was never a GOAT, though.
I mean, shit, to some people.
All right, we're out of here. We're out of here. We're out of here.
This is Cam and Mace.
This is prime Cam and Mace. You said rap is the devil.
Ja Rule, that was a thing.
Talking about Queens niggas?
Here's the
because it can't be anybody else.
Listen, Josh. I know what you're doing, but Ja Rule completely fell off the fucking face of Billboard after what 50 did. I just don't think that we are.
He didn't though. He had two gold albums. He had and a couple platinum singles. And Wonderful, Clap Back, New York. This is after the battle.
And like I said, if that is what the legacy is after this, after 15 years, we got a bunch of albums to go off of. I'm not listening to Pain is Love right now.
Like I would listen. That was his say goodbye shit.
But I'm also not going back and listening to a lot. Like, here's the thing. People just really, it comes down to your preference. People just really, I don't see a I don't see there's a reason why there's not a lot of Diamond Kendrick records, because there's a lot of music that people will go back to from their past. Like, there's a lot of people that we grew up on these people. We grew up on Drake. We grew up on Kendrick. That's why no one will ever truly, it's like, and last point here, it's like taking away Michael Jackson and Prince. People grew up on these two. They were the ghosts of their respective era, and no one's going to give up on them. So that's where it stands. I'm done with this conversation. I'm done. I'm fucking done. Thank you guys for listening. For Josh. That's not a real handshake. Now, if y'all motherfuckers go at it again after the handshake, there's gonna be problems. For Josh and MC, I am Justin. I will talk to you guys, and we will talk to you guys in a couple of weeks on the BlkPrint. We'll see you guys later. Peace.